Absolutely brilliant for Villa. Mind you, there were some worried faces with Wolves leading 1-0 with around 20 minutes left, but then Watkins, Konsa and Duran, who else turned things around. They'd beaten Young Boys in the Champions League just 4 days earlier, but manager Unai Emery didn't want to blame fatigue for their slow start.
It's not these consequences because we played on Tuesday and we rest another 3 days more or less. We were recovering and we were playing today. But the energy is as well, not only physical energy, it's mental energy as well. And maybe it's one thing we have to learn, and it's a good to have these experiences. The consequences of one match playing on Tuesday, Champions League, and not playing Saturday, and maybe overall we are not with the energy we need to play one match.
Look, maybe it was a slow start, but it's not the start that counts, is it? It's the finish. And I mean, the season that Villa have had so far, won 4 out of 5 league games, they've had that European win, they got Ipswich away. Next year must be absolutely buzzing.
You see, looking at the games at the start of the season, these first 5 games, you looked at it and you says, you know what, I want to see Villa get at least 4 out of 5. You know, Arsenal was always going to be a tough game. But what I love about this Villa team, Jeff, is they don't panic. You know, against Everton, 2-0 down, they don't panic. They have composure. They play the way they want to play. They don't just get the ball and lump it forward because they're chasing goals. Against Wolves, you know, Wolves winning with 20 minutes to go. Don't panic. You know, you're not putting a defender up front and lumping it in the box. No. Play the way the manager wants you to play. Break the team down. You've got time, and that's what they did. And it was a poor first half from Aston Villa. The gaffer says in an interview, you know, he had a swear word that you can't repeat on here about the first half. He would have been frustrated. But second half, they turn up. Rodgers was outstanding again. First goal for Watkins, outstanding movement from Watkins as well. Great assist from Rodgers, but the movement from Watkins. Rodgers receives the ball. Watkins is gone. In behind Dawson, great finish. Second goal as well, great ball from Rodgers to Duran. The third goal, and the second goal, great set piece from the throw-in from Tielemans to put in the ball back post for Konsa. It's really exciting times at Aston Villa from top to bottom, and Champions League debut, 3-0 win as well. I'm speechless, Jeff.
Yeah, no, it's been sensational. And no one more so than John Duran. I mean, that goal on Saturday wasn't as spectacular as some he scored this season. Look, it's a nice problem to have, but it's a big problem in some respects. Is how the heck do you get him in that team when you've got Ollie Watkins who's scoring goals and you've got Morgan Rodgers, who for me surely is going to be an England player.
100%. But what's good is that there's so many competitions now. You mean, you look at Tuesday, we play Wickham away. Duran will start. You know, and you'll probably score in that game. You've got other players like Leon Bailey that come back in the second half on the weekend. But they can play together. They showed that in the second half. They can play together, Watkins and Duran. But who's not getting a mention for me is Ross Barkley, because he's been coming on in the last few games, Jeff, and he looks like he should be starting in that midfield. Onana's been good some games, he's been off it some games, but Barkley against Everton, come on, and done very well. Barkley on the weekend, getting on the ball in that number 6 position, making things happen, his passing's top, and I think he's been an outstanding sign for Aston Villa. Maatsen come on at half-time as well for Digne, looked like he was injured. He's really, really good fullback on loan at Dortmund last season from Chelsea. We've got options now. Aston Villa, Brendia, come on with 2 minutes to go. He's one that's getting back to fitness after a big injury. And let's not forget, later on in the season, you're going to have Tyrone Mings and Kamara coming back, add to that squad depth. Aston Villa are in a very good place. And you look at the next 4 games, Jeff. You know, Wickham away, of course, in the Carabao Cup, but Ipswich away, Manchester United at home, Fulham away, and Bournemouth at home. They're games where you'd be looking, hopefully, to try and get at least 7 points from.
Yeah, and for me, Yuri Tielemans has been standout as well. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Listen, there was one player that they had to choose to sell, Aston Villa. They had to sell before they spent any money. Douglas Luiz was the one that they sold because Unai Emery knew he had Tielemans, who can do everything that Douglas Luiz can do. Watching him against young boys in the Champions League, looking enough to be at the game and get a closer look, he was everywhere, Jeff. He's not just good on the ball. He was hunting back, defending, winning the ball back, doing everything that a centre midfielder should do. Outstanding signing on a free transfer.
Just touch on Wolves again.
Yeah.
Just 1 point so far. I mean, Gary O'Neill, he should be okay, signed a new 4-year deal in August. But, you know, they've sold Neto and they've sold Kilman, they've sold Daniel Podence. You know, they might have expected this sort of start when you sell at least 2, maybe 3 of your best players.
I think as well, the season before, you know, it was Collins and it was Neves leaving as well. You're losing your better players every season. But If Wolves can play how they played in the first half, Jeff, you know, they will be fine this season. But the worry for me is that games are 95, 96 minutes now, not 45. Cunha's a very good player, a threat at the back. Aït-Nouri, for me, was outstanding first half against Aston Villa. But you look at maybe their bench and who they're bringing on, their squad depth isn't at the standard. Do I think they will go down? No, I don't. Do I think they will be in the bottom half of the table? Yes, I do. I don't think they'll go down. I still think Leicester will be down there. The three teams that come up will go down for me. But Wolves fans must be very frustrated because I think it's 1 win in 15 Premier League games is not good enough.
Yeah. I mentioned Pedro Neto. I just wonder if he's regretting in any way, shape or form his move because he can't get a start at Chelsea.
How though? Maduiki's been in great form. You've got Sancho on the left. If Neto's going to play, it's going to be off the right. Cole Palmer sometimes might have to play on the right as well. There's so much competition.
And you want to see him on a football pitch because he's had so many injuries over the years. You know, he's played so little football.
He's outstanding. But what's good about going back to Aston Villa, Jeff, is like, you know, in joint second position now. I know I have a laugh about it, but they are with Manchester City.
Top four again?
Yes.
Yeah, you think so?
I really do. I think, yes, injuries. You know, John McGinn's out, which would be frustrating for John McGinn. He could miss the Bayern Munich game in 10 days' time, which would be a shame, leading Aston Villa out at home in the Champions League. But as long as we don't have too many injuries, I think we've got a very good squad of players that can fight on all fronts. Up the Villa, Jeff. Up the Villa.
talkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.